Okay, so if you haven't figured out by the title of the video, this particular article by NPR really irritated me, and we're going to talk about it right now. Hi, I'm Kyle Suggs, and welcome to my channel where we talk about culture, TV, and movies and filter them right. And if this is your first time here, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Now, NPR posted this article right here saying that more than 750,000 could lose food stamps under Trump administration proposal. Okay, I'm not really going to get into the details of the proposal per se. I am going to touch on it. I'm working right now on a video dealing with the black community and Trump, and that's going to come out hopefully in a week or so. But that being said, what made me upset about this article was a couple of things. One was the fact that they put in the article. I mean, they represent the entire article, basically representing them as black people as being the ones recipient of food stamps. And we all know, if you know anything about statistics, that yes, blacks are disproportionately on food stamps, but the overwhelming majority of people on food stamps are that of white Americans. Okay, so it says the Francisco Center of Baltimore serves hot lunch daily to those who need extra help, even if they receive food stamps. These benefits could end for 755,000 able-bodied adults. Okay, let's come down. Just 750,000 people will likely lose their food stamps later this year under a new proposal by the Trump administration. The goal is to encourage able-bodied adults to go to work and get off government aid. Wow, that would be a nice thing, wouldn't it? But opponents predict people would go hungry instead if the rule goes into effect. Okay, so the first thing they're going to come out here and say, number one, that even though they don't say it, a quarter of a million people could lose food stamp benefits under Trump's proposal, which I think is a good thing, okay? And because whenever you're on to the dole of the government, all that means is you're going to be dependent on them continually. Now, I'm not one of these people who say cut them off clean and that you can't get aid along the way, but there should be some sort of plan in place to get people off and on their own, especially the way the economy is growing right now. But again, I don't want to get too much into the specifics of the policy because I'm not too well versed on it. I'm working on a video right now dealing with this in much greater detail and a much broader scope. So give me a week or two to put that video out. It's going to be a highly produced video, and I'll talk about this and other big topics like reparations and other things too coming out. So anyway, enough of that plug. And so I think what people don't understand about the left is they often try to put these pictures out there and paint people in a way to, I don't know, whether to gain support or sympathy or what. Is it to lie to people, or is it to put out a false perspective to keep that victimhood class in place? I don't know. And so I'm going to redact this, but on Facebook, I posted this article, and here's this comment that a friend of mine put up there. Here's an NPR article pointing out that 52% of people lifted from poverty by safety net programs are white, while black people are made up less than a quarter of that share, and yet also blames racist Trump supporters for wanting to end the programs because they think they benefit black people. All right? And here's the article. And then I'm going to get the article in a second here. And yet, here they are perpetrating the myth that food stamps disproportionately help black people. Would the real racist peoples please stand down? Okay, so here's the article here he's talking about, and why more white Americans are opposing government welfare programs. Okay, so this article came out not even a year ago, NPR. I'll leave links to both of them. Well, you look them. I'm not going to promote this. You go find them yourself on Google. You'll see them. But here's the deal. So you have, at one side, you have an article not only representing a quarter of a million people who may be losing food stamps. It's almost as if it's a slanted journalism piece in terms of the headline in coordination with the initial picture and the other picture inside the article, depicting black people as being helpless people who have to be on food stamps. again, there's much more to the policy. I understand that there's a requirement policy for 20 hours. I know all that. Okay, I know all that, and I know that there may be some people falling through the cracks, and we can address those issues. But I'm talking about the bigger issue of perception and how things can get turned and spun, and how ultimately policy can be made, bad policy can be made based on bad perception, based on myths. And this is absolutely a myth that black people are on food stamps more than that of white people. Now, granted, black people are disproportionately are on food stamps more and welfare than white people are, but overwhelmingly, white people suffer from welfare dependency more than black people do. That's just a fact. And so for them to have this article not only a year prior saying what my friend said was that 52% of people are, white that are on this, and yet at the same time they turn around in the same article and say that it's Trump supporters, the racist Trump supporters, who are the ones who are opposed to food stamps because black people are on it. That is just, to me, it's entirely mischaracterized. It is dishonest, and NPR should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. And check it out for yourself. And so, again, I'm going to be putting this in better context much later. I'm going to do this video, and I'm working more on that. But I guess, if I just want to just come off here a little bit, is that ever since the war on poverty, the Lyndon Baines Johnson era, nothing has gotten better for the black community. In fact, it's gotten worse. The fact is that black people have actually done better under Jim Crow than they are doing now. Now, in terms of economics, okay, I understand the other things about it. I get that. I understand that. But hear me out here. I'm talking about economic wealth and also the family unit. Okay, nuclear families were a thing that black people did. Not anymore. Okay, the numbers have dramatically gone opposite. And I think NPR should be more responsible in their depiction of these things and so forth, and then not turn around and then blame the other side for something that they already said was not the case in terms of white people being the majority of welfare recipients. Okay, so with that, I'm going to check out here, and I hope you guys have a great day. If you like the content on this channel where I take culture, TV, and movies and filter them right, please like and subscribe, and check out the videos I have above.